Hey guys, so happy Tuesday. Sorry that, again, I was a little, I guess, behind in when I did my next video. That was because we had finals week and then we had move out week, and things just got a little crazy and I ran out of time to make a video. I guess I was going to show y'all a little bit. I guess my room's a little crazy right now. There's the rest of my room. Yeah, it's a little crazy right now. Still trying to get everything organized and all sorted out. So yeah, again, I hope to get on a more regular basis with y'all. And yeah, so I guess this week's video, I was just gonna talk a little bit more about dyslexia, like I was gonna talk about, or like I did part 1 last week. And so, yeah, I guess, sorry the lighting is so bad, but, yeah, so my family we were missionaries in West Africa, and then we moved to the States in 2007, and I started 3rd grade. And that was the first time I'd ever been in an American public school, and just an American school, and that was a really, really hard year. And I was going through a lot of culture shock. I was going through, I don't know, just learning how the American school system works and really just learning how America works. And so I guess that was 3rd grade, and in after 3rd grade, I moved to a different school. And in 4th grade is when I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and I told y'all about that in the last video. And I began going to a class with a couple other kids from my class, and we would go and we would play games like Scrabble or Jeopardy or I don't know, just other kind of games where you're working on forming words and forming I guess just really like reading and comprehension and all of that kind of stuff. And then in 5th grade was a really, really, probably one of my hardest years in school, which is saying a lot because I had a lot of really hard years, but 5th grade was definitely one of the hardest because my teacher was, honestly, was really just a really mean teacher, especially to me. And she called me stupid in front of the class multiple times, and she always felt the need to announce to the class my grades, and always was saying that I wasn't ever working hard enough and that I was lazy and that I would never amount to anything. And I only got to go out for recess 3 times that year because there was always some reason that she thought that she needed to keep me in and would sit me on the wall the whole recess. And it was like usually if you asked her why she would do that, she would just say that my grades weren't high enough, or I wasn't working hard enough, or that I failed too many tests or whatever. Like her excuse was always my schoolwork was never good enough for her, and my work ethic was never good enough for her to let me go out to recess. So she even gave me detention a couple times for not passing tests and stuff, and it was just a really, really hard year for me. And going on to middle school was really hard, and I was a part of the 504 program, which here, if you are in the public school system in Texas, 504 is the program that works with dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, ADHD, and all of a couple other ones too. And it is essentially what covers all your accommodations and any extra help that you might need or any extra classes you might have to take or anything like that are supposed to help you with whatever your disability is. And so, yeah, and so what am I trying to say? I don't know, I did that in or in middle school. And by the time I got to 8th grade, the 504 teachers at the middle school that I was at didn't really help me much, and especially with my self-esteem, they didn't help me, and they really made me feel like I was stupid in there, and like they were in there and they were supposed to help me, but I would always go in there needing help and needing my accommodations, and I would always leave feeling incompetent and just like I didn't do enough, and I didn't know what else I was supposed to do. So, and by 8th grade, I just stopped going, because at that point it wasn't worth it to me to go and feel the way I was feeling, and just, I don't know, just it wasn't helping me either way, which also vice versa, not going didn't help me either, because I was doing it all on my own, and truthfully, I need the extra help, and so that didn't work out for me either, but pulled through. Flash forward again to freshman year, and freshman year, I honestly, like, in regards to public school, I feel like, but 4th grade, and like just 4th grade, and then freshman year, I think in regards to public school accommodations, those were my best years. And freshman year, I guess the assistant principal or whoever it is that's over whose section, I guess, of the school was the 504 plan. He did everything, honestly, in his power to do, and he helped me figure out using a plastic overlay. If I put that over my papers as I read them, I can follow along the words better, and I can see the words better, and that was really cool, and that was super helpful. I still use them now, every now and then, and I use them, I've cut out some that fit my phone screen, and so sometimes if I'm reading long things on my phone and I can't focus very well, and the words are all moving around, I put the overlay over my phone, and it actually helps me a lot. So, yeah, so I did that, and sophomore year was really, really hard on me for a lot of different reasons. There was just a lot of things that happened my sophomore year in regards to dyslexia, and also not in regards to dyslexia, and I ended up in mid-semester of my sophomore year, I ended up getting out of that high school and going to a private school, a really small private school that the whole school was, I guess, devoted to helping kids with learning disabilities like dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, and ADHD, and other things like that. And honestly, that was the greatest school experience that I've had this far in my life. And I was there until I graduated, so half sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. And those teachers just helped me so much in increasing my confidence, and I went in there feeling like I was incompetent, never going to be able to go to college. Felt dumb and stupid, and felt like I just sucked at school, and that I could never do anything. And I left there feeling like I could do anything I put my mind to, and I left there feeling like I could do things like math, and I could read, and things that I used to find so difficult, I still found difficult, but through going to the school, it gave me the confidence to be able to know that the reason it is so hard for me is because I'm dyslexic and I learn differently, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I left feeling like I could go to college, and just left feeling like a completely different person than whenever I came in, and that was awesome. And then, so I went there, and that was really great. It was still really hard, and it was one of the things is, like, I went into that school, I remember whenever I went the first week, I came home and told my parents that they're wanting me to they're expecting me to do things that I can't do. And it wasn't the fact that wasn't a testament to how hard the school was, it was a testament to the lack of self-esteem that I had in myself, and that I truly believed that I couldn't meet the expectations on the school, which in reality, the school helped me realize that I can meet those expectations, and there were things that I can do. I just have to do them at a different pace than other kids, or I just do it in a different way, but I can still learn. And that was huge for me, and also for my parents too. So then and then you get to college, which I just finished my freshman year as of last week. Whoop whoop. That was really great, and it was really great and really hard again, because again it was like going back to public school with big classes, and going back to not having teachers who are trained to work with kids who have to learn the way I do, and be able to accommodate like that. But that was hard, but also at the same time, the majority of my teachers and the majority of my professors were more than accommodating to me. And I was in the disability services and stuff, where I do get accommodations, and so I would get my test read to me, and like I would explain it to all my teachers, and they would let me record in classes, and they would let me they would just be accommodating to whatever it is that I needed. And even if it wasn't on my official accommodations list, most of them would go above and beyond with helping me, and that was just amazing. And so yeah, that's, I guess, again, a fast-tracked version of my dyslexia journey. And there's definitely a lot of crazy things that happened pretty much every year. And I mean, one thing I didn't mention is all the times I went to summer school, and which was really from 3rd grade to, I believe, freshman year of high school, that I went to summer school every summer. And every year I've done some form of tutoring and things like that and stuff. And so yeah, that's kind of my journey, and I will definitely talk more about it later in other videos to come. But I did want to end this with a couple facts for y'all, and that one of them being that dyslexia is a lot more common than people think. 1 in every 5 people have dyslexia, and that's 20% of the general population. And I don't know, I think that was definitely a big statistic for me, realizing that I'm not as alone as I feel a lot of the times. And there are lots of other people who have the same struggle that I do. And also, some facts is that people who are, a lot of dyslexics are really good at things like engineering and architecture and, what is another one? Engineering, architecture, anything in the arts, and also entrepreneurship. That's what it is. So, really, if you look at any of the big names, odds are a lot of them are going to have dyslexia. And so I think that's a really cool thing, and it's really empowering for me as a dyslexic to look and see other dyslexics that are out there that are really successful and have overcome their obstacles, and really let something that a lot of people regard as a disability and a disadvantage become an advantage to them, and become let the way that their brain works differently than other people, let that become a strength and something that empowers them. And that's really encouraging to me, and so I hope that that is encouraging to you, if you're dyslexic, or if you are friends with a dyslexic or related to a dyslexic or anything like that. I hope that that is something that is also empowering to them and to you. And so I definitely want to do a video later talking about different facts and other, maybe I want to do a video about things maybe not to say to dyslexic, or just funny moments about dyslexia and just different stuff like that. And so I'm really looking forward to talking more about this with y'all, but I'm almost at 15 minutes, and so I'm gonna let y'all go. And yeah, so that'll be this, and hopefully my room will be looking good by then. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next video, guys.